Hello dear friends, Fisher here. Today we continue with our beautiful stories, The Power of the Spirit by ALFRED HOSP, also known as Freddy in the book. So today Bruno was asked a question about the relationship between our body and soul, or the body and the spirit. And Bruno said, I will make this clear to you by using a simile. Picture the human body as a bucket and the immortal spirit as a stick that throughout his entire life on earth is stuck into the bucket. At the moment of death, the stick, the spirit, is pulled out of the bucket and the body and separated from it. But no human being accomplishes this process of letting go on their own. When the preordained hours draws near, a particular angel helps so that the spirit can be free from the body. You call him death, and I'm mostly afraid of him. For me, he is one of my friends and helpers from the spiritual world, and who ensure that the will of God is fulfilled. But now back to my comparison. So the stick, a walking stick, is what I mean. It's stuck in the bucket. If a human being has taken evil, there is illness, and then there is dirt and filth in the bucket. And then the bucket, which God has filled at birth with the clear water of life, has become a rubbish bin. But in this case, it is not only the bucket that is filled with stinky rubbish, but the same filth also clings to the stick. If this stick has not been cleaned when a person goes home, because they are holding fast to what is not good, and then the burden will continue to cling to them, even on the spiritual plane. During a new incarnation, the still tainted stick plunges into a new bucket filled with the pure water of life. And now what should I tell you? Within a very short time, the evil that still clings to the stick and has been brought along with it spreads out into the whole vessel. And then the child's new body is burdened in a similar way to the one which has been previously laid aside. So here, dear friends, what Bruno has been made very simple and about the relationship between our souls and our spirits and our body. So if our body is clean, is healthy, is free from disease, and so does the soul, the spirit. But if our body is full of illness, and then we have turned our body into a dirty and filthy rubbish bin, and that rubbish comes with the soul too, to the other world, as what Bruno say, on the spiritual plane, and then the evil, the filth, the burden still cling to the soul. And that's why Bruno mentioned previously, you do not know. On the other world, people believe after a person dies and he will rest in peace. But exactly opposite, in the other world, there's more desperation and hopelessness. Because a person will be constantly tormented by the wrongdoing he or she has done when he or she was on earth. And then when we're in the spiritual world, on the spiritual plane, there's no rest. So we can't just simply go to rest because we have a severe pain. We can't go to rest, we can't go to sleep. So we're constantly tormented. And then, as what Bruno said, during a new incarnation, And then God prepared the pure water of life. And then the soul, of course, often we have the soul is filled with burdens. We come to this pure water of life. So a sticky soul, a dirty, filthy stick, and come to a new bucket of water. And then very soon, and then the whole bucket is smelly. So that is the truth to what's happened, as what Bruno said, how our body and our spirit work. So dear friends, as I often tell my parents, so pay attention to your health, make sure that you live a healthy life. It's not only good for you this lifetime. As a RN, so I know that I used to do palliative care. I know how difficult and how much sufferings people can brought to themselves, especially when they were coming to the end of their life. It can be quite distressing if you ever seen somebody dying, struggling to die, and then you understand what I say, dear friends. So if you ever had experience of that, and then you always ask yourself, oh my God, so I don't want to be like that. So what can I do about it? So that is my early day of thoughts when I came to nursing, like in the aged care place, looking after elderlies, like a carer. I was shocked at how difficult the dying process is. And often you hear about the euthanasia for the animals, but sometimes you really feel, oh my God, that guy is really struggling. Well, why we don't just give him a needle and all his pain? But everything has a timing, and then, of course, every creature has its own way to finish. But we can make our fate better. It's very simple. We have the fundamental law of universe, the cause and effect. That's why Bruno always say, think good, talk good, and do good. The truth is always simple. The truth is not complicated. We don't have to do 10,000 good things and to get to a place, and then we might have a good result. So every single thing is simple, but it's difficult. It's always difficult, because every day, every single moment, dear friends, you have to really think hard. And what sort of thoughts you should allow to come in your mind, and then what sort of words you should talk. The words only good and serve good to people. But how about our ignorance when we don't know everything? So at least have a full good intention towards your fellow human beings, and ask God and what you should say, and what you should think, and what you should do every single day. So by doing the good, thinking the good, talking the good, and this will eliminate, at least we are not creating any bad karma for ourselves to burden our future destinies. Okay, dear friends, I wish you have a good day, and God bless.